Hey indie filmmakers, Griffin here inside my garage. That's because one of my life philosophies is that owning too much stuff weighs us down. It's too easy to wrap up ourselves and our lives in our possessions. And as filmmakers, one of the best ways to upgrade to new gear is to liquidate the old stuff. So today, because it is a beautiful summer day, it's the perfect time for a garage sale. Actually, a YouTube garage sale. This is something I've wanted to do for a while. Sell my stuff to you. I've picked out a bunch of film equipment that I simply don't need anymore, and I figure rather than going to eBay and paying all those eBay fees, there's probably some of you out there that could use some of this stuff. So today I have a tripod, a shoulder rig, a green screen. I'm going to take you through 10 different items and a free item for whoever wants that one, and talk about what it does, why I don't use it anymore, and if you want it, if you want to buy one of these things, all you got to do is click this link over here maybe, or go to griffinhammond.com/sale. So let's get started. First with a tripod. This is actually the first tripod I ever bought. This is a Manfrotto, a brand I still love and use today. This is the 3011N legs with a 3160 fluid head on top. And this tripod, it's a little bit beaten up. I've had it for maybe 15 years now, but it's solid. It's aluminum. I just throw it in my trunk, you know, so it has a few scratches on it, but this thing lasts. These legs, I mean, I guess I prefer the leg system on my newest tripod instead of these little twisty things, but they work. They lock up just fine. And then up top it has a quick release plate. Mainly I'm getting rid of it because this quick release plate isn't compatible with my current tripod, and I'd like to just get two tripods that use the same plate. But I've been using this for years at weddings as my secondary tripod. It's silver. I would just love a black one. But if you would love a silver old tripod that still works solidly, the fluid head is still nice and smooth. The only thing that's wrong with it is I broke one of the knobs that tightens this arm. You can put the arm in different positions. You can still tighten it by hand. You probably just can't get it as tight by hand as you could originally. But you can always wrench it down. It works just fine. So that's the first item for sale. That's for $70. I think I bought this thing way back in the day for $150 or something. Of course, just like all tripods, you can take the head off, put different legs on, you can mix and match. This guy goes up to a little bit taller than me, maybe around 7 feet. So a solid tripod for anyone who needs one. Next up, I got a lens that I just don't use. It is a 50mm Minolta, which means that these Konica Minolta lenses work on Sony Alpha cameras, and that's actually how I ended up with it. I used to have a Sony DSLR. When I got my GH1, now I have the GH4, I got an adapter for it to put it on Micro Four Thirds. So it comes with an adapter to go to Micro Four Thirds, which also has a built-in aperture, because otherwise the lens doesn't have a way to control its own aperture. So if you need a 50mm prime lens, it's f1.7, which means it lets in a lot of light. 50mm is a good kind of medium focal distance. This could work on your Sony DSLR or your old Konica camera, or on a Micro Four Thirds camera because it has the adapter. And I'm selling that for $50. So you can always check that out. If you want either of these items, you can click the link over here. Next up, we got this shoulder rig. I've loved this thing for a while. This is the indiSYSTEMS ULTRAcompact. And I've heard people complain that it's too heavy. A lot of my friends. Nick, you always complained this was too heavy. But I liked it. I always thought this was a great weight. And I love this like C mount here, or whatever you want to call it, because you can hook microphones up here, audio recorders, put them way out of the way of the camera. Camera slides in here. It comes with, I got it in my pocket, I think, the Giotto's quick release plate that goes on this. So slide that on your camera, throw your camera in here. You got these handles you can tighten and move around. This whole thing is adjustable. You can kind of move everything around, but I think it's a solid little shoulder rig. The only thing that I don't like about it is from the day I got it, this is just a little bit loose. I don't even know if you can see that. Just barely, a little bit of movement, even though it's tightened all the way down. But this is a solid rig. I got it for, I think, around 150 or 200 bucks, and today I'm selling it for 80. Definitely very battle scarred, but it does the job. So if you need a shoulder rig, especially with a handle on top, you can do some sweeping shots. I got that right here. I hope you're having fun with this infomercial that I'm doing. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this here on YouTube is because I want to make sure that my stuff goes to people that care about what I care about, and you guys have done so much for me. I want to give back to you, make sure that it's getting into your hands. I hope that my prices are okay. I'm trying not to like gouge you. I'm not taking the highest bidder. I'm just taking, I guess, really whoever gets to me first or has a good reason they need it. And I realized with this kind of stuff on eBay, I can sell it on eBay, but then they take a pretty big commission. So I might as well come to you guys to help liquidate this stuff, get this off my hands. So next up I have a mic stand, which I just don't need because I have a lighter mic stand than this. This is a really heavy duty mic stand. It's got a big boom arm here that pops out. It can extend quite a bit. It can go a lot taller than this. So I mean, if you need a big heavy-duty mic stand, this one's $35. It's by Atlas, which I really don't know anything about that brand, but I've had this for a while, and it's just too heavy for me. I guess I move my stuff around a lot, and I got a lighter weight one, but I mean, the good thing about this being heavy is that it doesn't fall over nearly as easily as my other one. So that's $35 for the mic stand. Next up, I have a mixer. This is a Behringer Eurorack UB802, and I'm selling it for $40. It comes with the power, the adapter, so this is a great way to take unpowered mics, plug them in, and you have power. You can plug it into a recorder or your computer and set all the equalization and everything. The only reason I don't use this is because I now use an H4n, the little tiny portable recorder, and I just don't have a need for all these inputs and all these levels. I don't need all this control, but this thing, I'm selling it for $40, so if you need a mixer, something to plug in your computer to control some things, it's great. Oh, this thing is cool. I bought this used, and I should mention, a lot of stuff used I think is good to buy in filmmaking. I bought a lens once, 1 year, used it for a year. I didn't use it very many times, but I just decided I didn't need it, so I turned around and sold it the next year on eBay, and it sold for the same amount. This was an Olympus zoom lens. Exactly the same amount. It was like $700 when I bought it, $700 when I sold it. So you don't always need new stuff. Sometimes your stuff will hold on to even more value if you buy it and then sell it used. And that's the case with this green screen I bought. So it's a giant green screen. It's 10 by 20 feet. And it comes with this big package of, there's a big stand here. It's pretty much 2 light stands you get with this kit, plus a little beam that goes across the top to hang this thing. It's 10 feet wide, it hangs down 10 feet, but then it goes another 10 feet. The idea is you could let it, like a cyc wall, you could let it roll in front. So you actually have the floor and the behind you. So lots of coverage, so much coverage. In fact, too much coverage for me. I don't have a big space to use it. I don't find I use it very much. I actually just got a pop-up, much smaller one instead, like Russell has. Russell Hasenauer has one. But this thing is huge. Like I said, 10 by 20 feet. If you need a lot of green screen coverage, or if you just want 2 light stands, I actually use these as light stands all the time as well. It's a nice kit, $90, which I think is $10 less than I bought it for. I bought it for $100. All right, next up, we have, not really a piece of film gear, but just a little portable speaker thing. It's for an iPod or an iPhone. It needs like an iPhone 4S or older. It has that kind of classic connector type. So if you want to throw an iPod in there, plug it in, you got this nice JBL OnStage speaker. I'm selling that for $30. Another piece of multimedia for your home is the Boxee Box. I've really enjoyed this little video player. You plug this into your TV. It's kind of an interesting form factor too. Just this weird shaped box that sits kind of cockeyed in front of your TV. You plug it in via HDMI. It has RCA audio out, optical audio out. What I like is that it has an SD card in and USB in on the back. You can plug in a flash drive and play videos off of it. So this is a way to get files on your computer if you want to. It also comes with a pretty nifty little like Wi-Fi remote that I love. Has a keyboard on the back. So this thing is a great like Netflix player. You can play, it has Netflix built in. You can type in what you want to watch it. So if you need an internet connected device for your TV to watch Netflix, you can do other things, watch YouTube videos, Vimeo videos. Check it out. If you don't know what the Boxee Box is, look it up. They're not supporting it anymore. It's an older product. I mean, it still works. They're just not updating the software. So that's the only downside about it. And I just didn't need it anymore. So it could be yours for just 50 bucks. All right. Oh, this one's weird. I got Wigs. If anyone needs Wigs. Here, I should put one of them on. I don't even know what this wig is called. This is like, it's kind of like Scooby, like Shaggy on like Scooby-Doo, I think. So I got one wig. This is one. We got California Dude wig, a nice platinum blonde color. And also kind of a Jesus thing happening here. We got hair and mustache and beard. All three of these wigs, 10 bucks. They can be yours today. Okay, the final item for sale is just a simple slate. It's a wooden slate. I think I put some tape on it once and tore it off. You can see there's like a little bit of, some of the paint came off. But if you need a slate, this does the job. This is $8. And if you don't know what a slate is, here's my final item. It's actually free. You could look up Slate. Here's Slate right here. In the Filmmakers Handbook. I've had this book for a while. I think since I was in high school. This is from 1999. It says completely revised and updated. So it's revised and updated for 1999. Not everything might be up to date, like HD video and stuff. But for simple principles of filmmaking, if you want a book to read about all this stuff, you know, here's a great chapter on slating and why you would need a slate to sync up your audio, and it goes on for pages and pages and pages. So any topic, major topic you want to read about in filmmaking, probably read about it in the Filmmakers Handbook. And here's the thing, I just want to give this one away for free. I want to give away something for free today. So all of these things, if you want to buy anything or if you want the free book, all you need to do is click this link. It's also in the video description, or go to griffinhammond.com/sale and just say you want this. If you do, you know, save it for someone else who really wants it if you don't really want it. Same with all this stuff. But explain why you could use this. And if I like your answer, I'll send this your way. In fact, once I sell this stuff, you know, hopefully by tomorrow, I'll send it all out. So I hope that there's something here, you know, obviously not for all of you, but for some of you, there's probably something here that you could use. And I just, you know, rather than throwing something away or selling it to some random person on eBay, I'd love to get it in the hands of one of my great YouTube followers. So that's it for today. Thank you for helping me make my first YouTube garage sale a success. And if you're curious about any of the other stuff that I use, the stuff that I'm keeping while I get rid of this stuff, you can always go to griffinhammond.com/gear. That link is right here to see what I use. If you're curious, because I get those kinds of questions all the time. So if you have any questions about this stuff, leave me a comment below in the video comments. Man, it's hot, it's summertime, and I'm in my garage, not inside, so I'm starting to like sweat and not think very clearly. I should get going. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.